Welcome into your Atlanta Hawks wrap-up. It's your boy Bryce Lewis back at it again, giving you more Hawks post-game coverage after a tremendous victory tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks. Winning the game tonight, 117-98 without Trae Young. Trae Young ruled out before this game. So the question was, where was the offense going to come from? How would the team respond going against the last undefeated team in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks? And they responded with a big performance from the bench and the young guys, especially A.J. Griffin. A.J. Griffin had a huge game tonight. Onyeka Okongwu had a big game tonight. Even Justin Holiday had a good game tonight. Nate really rode the young guys tonight. That is something that has been questioned about Nate McMillan, and tonight they got it done. Listen, in the first quarter, it looked bleak. The Bucks were hitting threes. Grayson Allen was going off. Brook Lopez was going off. You thought, oh, it's going to be one of those nights without Trae. But the team was resilient, continued to fight, and they continued to defend. Credit to everyone who played tonight. Murray obviously was the number one guy tonight. He gave you 25, 8, and 11. He's almost a triple-double machine, and it just shows you why we brought him in. Just in case Trae is hurt, we still have another guy who can put the ball in the basket. But the second leading scorer, just by a point behind, was A.J. Griffin with 24 points and 31 minutes. He had a season-high minutes in 31. Listen, I know Hawks fans, we relate. We have been calling for A.J. Griffin to get minutes this year, and Nate finally did it because Trae was out. He balled. A.J. is instant offense. His offense is very well developed, and you saw it tonight against the Bucks. The Bucks could not stop him, and he also had 3 steals. That was big as well. A.J. was active defensively and offensively, and that's how you're going to get rotation minutes in the NBA. And I really hope that, if you're Nate, you saw what just happened tonight when you gave him major minutes against one of the best teams in the league. He pulled out. You got to put him in the rotation. You got to keep him in the rotation. Because listen, AJ's not going to have this kind of night every night, and that's just expected, especially he's young, he's a rookie, he's growing. But you can't tell me he has not earned minutes in the rotation night after night with that type of performance, especially with instant offense off the bench, which the Hawks really need in that second unit. The second unit still depended on a guy like Trae or Murray with the second unit to give them offense, and then you hopefully get enough from Okongwu and other guys. AJ just showed you he's instant offense off the bench, and that was big as they were able to get big contributions. Onyeka Okongwu, huge game, hit a couple of mid-range jumpers. They look good too. That's what Okongwu wanted to add to his game this offseason. He wanted jumpers because he knows, listen, I may not be able to get into the paint, but teams right now, he hasn't really shot jumpers, so teams are going to let him take it until they show him he can make it, and tonight he made him tonight. He also posterized Giannis, a dunk over Giannis tonight. He got a cup. He almost got a second one too. Tonight. Got the basket, but it wasn't, exactly the same way. And, Onyeka Okongwu played great tonight. Even Justin Holiday, 4 of 7 from 3, gave us 14 points. I mean, you can't hate that. Jalen Johnson doesn't put up the numbers, but Jalen Johnson makes an impact. His passing is underrated, and he is a very, very good defender. That possession in the fourth quarter when he went against Giannis one-on-one and blocked Giannis' shot, that's what Nate McMillan wanted to see from Jalen Johnson, and tonight they got that. That was huge for the Hawks, getting that type of contributions. Defensively, keeping the Bucks behind 100 points, that is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And let me check something real quick. I just want to confirm before I say this. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, this is not the first time all year. I was going to say maybe this was the first time all year the Bucks were held below 100 points, but they were held below 100 points against the 76ers earlier. But listen, at the end of the day, big performance from those guys. Hunter had 10 tonight. Collins had 14 tonight. Capella, again, didn't do a lot from a scoring perspective, but was big on the boards. And I think that was the biggest thing tonight that was different from the first game with the Milwaukee Bucks. The rebounding. The last game, they kind of dominated the Hawks in rebounding. This game, the Hawks had 48 rebounds, so the Bucks 41, and had 12 offensive rebounds to the Bucks' 6. That was huge. That was something they needed to improve going against the Bucks, and they got it tonight. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see from a team. Group gang rebounding, everybody working together, trying to put the best foot forward, and trying to compete at the highest level. That's what you want. It was a team effort tonight, and that's what they got. Because listen, it's going to be important. These are the types of games that help a team develop. Now, people are going to sometimes bring up the question, are we better without Trae Young? Let's calm down. I do believe probably defensively, yes, we're better without Trae Young. Aaron Holiday is this year's DeLon Wright, and Murray's a dog. So yes, when Trae is out there, we are a little bit weaker defensively, and teams can take advantage of that. But we know Trae also needs 30 on the other end. Aaron Holiday really, I mean, you know, he might have a game this year where he does it, but he's not really expected to give you 30, but he'll give you really good defense. And he really was pressing Jrue Holiday all game long, full court press, making Jrue work. That's all you want to see. Guys trying to get in positions to take charges from Giannis, defend Giannis tonight. That was big as well. And listen, credit to the Bucks. You know, they shot well early, but they shot themselves out of the game. Sometimes when you shoot with the three, you live with the three, you die by the three. You hear the saying all the time. And tonight, that's what happened. And then the second half, they just couldn't get a rhythm going. And the Hawks were able to get their rhythm with defense. It started on the defensive end, which created possessions and transition and just great play and great ball movement, especially in that first time the bench unit came in the first half. The ball movement was great. Everybody was trying to get the best shot available, and that's how they were able to get good, efficient offense against a Bucks team who was one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. So this was a huge game for the Hawks, man. Trae Young, you know, obviously should be proud of these guys getting the win like this. Trae probably will be back for the next game, I would think. They play again Wednesday against Utah back in Atlanta. Utah's 8-3, so don't take that game lightly at all. They clearly are a better team than we must have expected this year, but you know, they've got Utah coming into town on Wednesday after election night tomorrow, and you know, just, you know, it's a big thing for us. You know, it's a big thing for the Hawks to get this win tonight. Proud of what I've seen out there. Like I said, you just build off a win like this. This is a tone setter. You know how you play tonight. This is how you got to play every time you meet them. Because the Bucks are going to be one of the teams you got to get through to get to the championship. If you play it this night, you've shown that you can beat them. Like I said. And so I'm really interested to see when Bogdanovich comes back what that lineup looks like. Because I want to see it. I want to see Bogdanovich and AJ Griffin playing in the same lineup. I think that's probably immediately already one of our best shooting lineups just with those two guys on the floor. So, you know, put Trae out there. It's probably not obviously your strongest defensive lineup, but obviously offensively you can score buckets. But this is the reason why the Hawks got ball handlers and defenders, because they felt like we tried the offensive shooting standpoint. We couldn't defend, and if we can't shoot, then we can't do anything. Now we have guys who can handle the ball, run the offense, you know, saying get into the paint. The mid-range game is the strength of this team right now, and they're playing really strong defense, and that's what you need to win games. So that's going to be big for the team moving forward. And obviously, you have to chalk this up to Nate McMillan as well. People have criticized him for not playing young guys, for not trusting in younger players, for not trusting players that people feel like are more talented than the veterans that he's playing. And tonight he did that. And that contributed to why the Hawks were able to get this strong victory over the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? Listen, and remember, this was a fully healthy, obviously without Chris Middleton, but basically a fully healthy Milwaukee team. You had the same starting five you would have usually. So it's not like this was like, oh, they didn't have Giannis and we beat them without Trae. No, it was like they had their star. We had Murray, we had our guys, and our guys come up. But once again, shout out to AJ Griffin once again for another big performance from him, man. And I'm happy for the squad because, you know, we really needed that win tonight. So looking forward to seeing what happens on Wednesday against Utah coming to the ATL. We'll see y'all guys potentially maybe after the game Wednesday for another Hawks wrap up. It's your boy Bryce Lewis signing out.